Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are here. It is the Grizzly Fest, Grizzly Talk Podcast 1 hour spectacular. Now, we're not in the studio. We are outside on the GGC lawn. And I got you guys on the road with me. Of course, we're carrying around our pack and record system. So excited. So excited indeed. Thank you guys for tuning in for the 1 hour spectacular. I will be walking around doing my thing and talking to different students. You guys come on down. It is the Grizzly Fest. We have 1 hour spectacular. I do see I have some Grizzlyettes here. They're getting ready to perform, I'm seeing. And I'm going to give you guys the sights and sounds of the Grizzly Fest. Now, Grizzly Fest is one of those things where it's super exciting. They have a whole bunch of food. Of course, you'll have to check in, of course. They have the chili cook-off. That's going to be exciting. And it's just going to be amazing. It's going to be a really good podcast. I'm trying to get every student that I can onto the podcast. So, you're tuning in, you're watching, you're hearing. It's the 1 hour spectacular on the GGC campus. And I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked indeed to see what next is going up. And I see a lot of my peers and a lot of students here. I see people getting ready for the chili cook-off. That's going to be exciting. We have little kids here too. They're on the lawn playing football as we speak. And I'm so excited for it. What's going on?
How's it going, bro?
Good. Doing the podcast, 1 hour spectacular.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got some big things, bro.
Thank you.
No, for sure. For real. Bro.
Danielle Chapman, student involvement, and Grizzly Serve. You want to plug yourself real quick?
My name is Danielle Chapman. I am the president of Faces, Gender, and Sexuality, the biggest LGBT safe space here on campus. So if you would like a safe space, being an ally or LGBT affiliated, you can come meet us, room E, 3150, every Thursday from 2 to 3. Yay!
All right, Danny Chapman. She's part of Grizzly involved as well. We're getting things set up. We kind of already started, but, we're getting some things set up here. It's exciting, y'all. The chili cook-off, I cannot wait for that. I heard the president was going to be participating in the chili cook-off is what I heard. More announcements on that later. Sure. How are you? Good. Just doing a little podcast.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, Grizzly Talk Podcast. That's on GGC's first podcast. So decided to do a 1 hour spectacular. Just kind of walk around.
Here's what you gotta get.
Huh? Oh, well, yes. Off the record. On the record for now, but off later.
No, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm part of the digital communications team.
Okay.
So you may want to talk to
Down there?
us to find out how we might be able to utilize your podcast.
Oh, absolutely. So it's that tent right down here?
No, we're all working.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't want to disrupt from your work here.
We're working with the entertainer.
Yeah. Marissa, hey, what's going on?
You need a table, there's an extra one right there.
No, I'm good. I'll be walking around, really.
So this is the first ever podcast?
First ever GGC podcast on campus.
Officially?
Officially. It's an RSO.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
But officially, yes, it's the first ever.
What's your name?
My name is Kennedy Patterson.
Lakedra Hill.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Good.
Nice to meet you. For about, this is my 4th year now.
Okay, I'm
Senior
done
year.
for a month.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Welcome. We're in detention at one of the check-ins for sure. Again, y'all, I'm so excited about that chili cook-off. It's going to be amazing. I'll tell you my little secret of what I like to put in my chili a little bit later on the podcast. For sure. Over you? Good.
GTP Talk Radio.
Yes. Grizzly Talk Podcast. Yeah.
You probably do not, because you're participating in the cook-off itself, so you should be good.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yeah, you can check in here for the students as well. I'm sorry?
Darren, okay. You're fine. I know. It's busy.
Students are also, first 250 are going to get a free hot dog.
Alrighty, I see someone on the stage there. We'll get some footage of that later. Not too sure who that is yet. I can barely see.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Sure. My name is Dan Cassava. I'm the Director of Digital Communications here at Georgia Gwinnett College. And my role with Grizzly Fest is to help market it, promote it, get the students excited, get the alumni excited, and really showcase the campus, the events, and the affinity that a lot of our students and alumni have for the campus. I've spoken with some alumni that are coming from out of state, out of town. One I know specifically is coming from Boston area. And so it's growing. This is kind of our third year really doing a Grizzly Fest, trying to make a real push for a larger homecoming, and alumni are responding nicely to it. And so I'm really looking forward to the next 4 or 5 years here as we continue to grow the homecoming in Grizzly Fest.
Yeah, absolutely. So I keep mentioning it about the chili cook-off. Now, is that something new that's new this year? Because I don't remember seeing it in the past Grizzly Fest. Is that something new? What are your expectations for the Grizzly chili cook-off? What do you expect to see?
We did it for the first time last year with the deans. We expanded it to include all of the deans this year. So last year it was just the school deans. This year we're including Tomas Jimenez, Dean of Students. We're also including Dr. Mann for the Dean of the Library. And so we're expanding to all deans on campus. They have submitted their own recipes to our chef in the dining hall. He is making the chili, and based on those recipes, expanding it for the large audience that we're having, obviously. And then everyone who's here at Grizzly Fest can go ahead and taste the chili. They can then vote for their favorite Dean's chili, and then at the end there'll be a celebration of that Dean and celebration of all the chilies. And what's nice about the chili cook-off is a lot of the deans pull from their own backgrounds. So last year, Dean Jernigan of School of Transitional Studies, he brought a Vietnamese dish that is actually his wife's recipe. So he brought that. That was a personal favorite of his. This year there is a surprise chili with our new president, Dr. Joseph.
And I think I see her over there.
Yes, and
hopefully I can get an interview with her.
Absolutely, and I'm told we don't fully know what the recipe is, but it does have a Caribbean flair to it.
Oh, okay. I'm totally excited about it. Again, we'll be walking around the Grizzly Fest. For you students out there that's listening, it might be a little bit later. If you didn't join up with Grizzly Fest, you're going to miss a good time, but we're rocking out a good time. I do have a singer up on the stage there. I'm going to see if I can get an interview with him as well. Thank you so very much again for interviewing for us for the 1 hour spectacular of Grizzly Fest today.
Absolutely.
For sure. And that'll do it for that.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, this is the next part. So again, we interviewed Dan, of course, part of the check-in desk. I'm going to go ahead and start walking around first. I'm going to go over to this, here's the singer. So we're just going to go over here. I think alright, so we're going to go and get that singer real quick, y'all. This man is singing, so I'm going to let y'all listen to him. And I know talent, for sure. That's amazing. Feeling the music, so I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let y'all listen to it.
Hey, I wanna be good to you, baby. They call me crazy, but I think I found the love of my life. That's right. Have you ever felt warm on a cold night? How we kiss you when you least expect it, and you can't reject it. That crazy little feeling deep in your chest now. You feel that fire, let it burn. 'Cause there's no running when it's your turn. Just let it burn. Oh, hey, let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. I feel it deep in the eye. Ooh, darling, do you feel it turn you apart? That's right, that's love. When it comes, you never wanna give it up. And baby, I'm caught in the light and I ain't trying to fight it. There's no use in trying, I'm yours.
So there it is, y'all. That man can sing up there on the stage. Man, he can sing. Honestly, he really can. So,
we could go all around the
he's
world,
on taking
baby.
rides, y'all. I mean,
We could go to the stars. If
that's
you like.
amazing. That singing is amazing, and it's a great form of art. Very, very good for that young man to be singing on the stage of Grizzly Fest. You tune in now for the Grizzly Fest 1 hour spectacular with your host Kennedy Patterson. It's Grizzly Fest, y'all. It's going to be exciting. Hello. How are you? Good, good, good. My name's Kennedy Patterson. I am the host. Bethany Nash. I'm the host for Grizzly Talk Podcast, GTP's first podcast on campus. We're doing a 1 hour spectacular podcast recording. It's not live, it's recording, and then we'll edit and we're doing our thing. So we're walking around every tent to see if we can get interviews. I want to see if I can interview you. Podcast.
What do you want to know?
Just about GTC Library and, you know, the growth of the library. Well, the Dan Kaufman Library, that is. What's the environment like for Grizzly Fest, and what do you expect to see from the chili cook-off this year?
Because our dean is actually here today,
Oh, okay.
and I think that she would be an awesome interview for the library. She's part of the chili cook-off.
Okay.
Yeah, so Dean Mann.
Mann,
She was
okay.
over here just a second ago, and I think she went in the library to grab something. But when she comes back,
Yeah, absolutely.
do you know who Barb Mann
I've
is?
seen the emails, yes.
Okay, so I will introduce you to her.
Okay.
But I think that she would be an awesome interview. Being our dean.
We got the George Gwinnett bookstore here as well, showing off some merch. For sure. Couldn't get an interview with them, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and continue on with the tents here. It's Grizzly Fest, the 1 hour spectacular. Now I'm excited for the chili cook-off. It's going to be amazing. We got the School of Science and Technology here. They're getting ready. In tent 20, you got the School of Science and Tech as well. I'll see if I can get an interview with them a little bit later. Hey, you got the Grizzly Game Club. Hey, so we're doing, pause. So we're doing a podcast for the 1 hour spectacular Grizzly Fest. Let's see if I can interview one of you, if that's okay. It's going to be simple questions. It's not going to be hard questions. It's just about Grizzly Fest.
All right, awesome.
Okay. So this is, again, the Grizzly Game Development Club. I've seen this club around, too. For us, just state your name. What are the environments for Grizzly Fest?
What are the environments? So I'm stating my name?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Joshua Martin Miller. I go by Mart, shortened version of my middle name. I'm the president of the Grizzly Game Development Club. We're here at Grizzly Fest showing off some puzzles that we made in club. We made these 15, what's it called, sliding puzzles. You probably saw them when you were a kid. And yeah, we're just showing them off.
Absolutely. So Joshua, tell me, what's the environment like here on Grizzly Fest? I mean, it's homecoming, and you know we have a lot of students, a lot of faculty, a lot of RSOs here. What's the environment like for you?
What is the environment like? I mean, festive. It's a nice break because we just got off of midterms.
Yes.
So relaxing.
Relaxing?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I do see the tent there for the chili cook-off. What are your expectations, I would say? What do you hope to see in the chili cook-off and different tastes?
Okay. I did go last year. The chili cook-off was good back then, so I'm just looking for some good chili. Some nice food to try out. That's all I'm here for.
Absolutely. Before we move on, do you guys have an Instagram?
No, I don't have Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, do you want to do any shout-outs maybe for other members as part of this club? Friends, family?
What do you mean? like friends, family, like.
Yeah, your friends, family, members as part of the club.
I'm not familiar with shout-outs. What's a good shout-out? Come to the Grizzly Game Development Club, maybe. We meet 2 to 3 p.m. in the H building, Digital Media Lab. That's H1210.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Thursdays 2 to 3.
Thursdays 2 to 3. You heard it here, folks. Thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you.
The Grizzly Game Development Club. Of course. Moving on to the next. We got the School of Education. That's tent number 18. Hi, how are you? Good. My name's Kennedy Patterson. We're doing GGC's first podcast, Grizzly Talk Podcast. We're doing an hour spectacular. We're recording. We're not live. We're recording. Want to see if I can get some interviews. If not, that's fine. I know a lot of people are microphone shy.
Have at it. This is our first Grizzly Fest.
Oh, your first. Now I gotta ask you some questions now. Yeah, I'm gonna ask a simple question. I'm not gonna ask hard questions. So we're here, of course, Grizzly Fest. First, tell us your name for the podcast, and then we'll ask about the environment of Grizzly Fest.
Hi, I'm Elda. I'm an early childhood education major.
And my name's Kate Frederick. I'm also an early child education major.
Alrighty, so tell us, I think she mentioned it's your first Grizzly Fest. It's been many for many students, but this is your first. So what do you think? What do you think about the environment, having the students together and the community together?
Well, it's awesome. I mean, it's great to see, the GGC community come together and, just bond, get to know one another. And it's actually interesting because I'm a senior and this is the first time I'm here. So it's really fun.
Yeah, it's amazing. They have so many fun activities. I wish I've been coming since freshman year. I wish this wasn't my first, but it's going to be a great first time. I'm so excited because it's just so positive and everyone's so helpful.
Absolutely. Now, we do have a chili cook-off, and this is the second annual chili cook-off. What do you expect from the chili? What do you expect to see, the different spices, the different tastes for the deans and students to come out and make chili?
Well, I'm really excited for the vegan Georgia peach chili. Our interim dean, she's actually working with that one, so I'm really excited to try it. I think that one might be popular because a lot of people are vegan now, and I think it'll be a good, nice option.
Well, for me, I usually don't eat chili. It's not that I don't like chili. I'm just, I don't eat chili on a regular basis, but I'm just excited to try any of it.
Yeah, they all sound delicious.
Absolutely. Of course, the School of Education. Thank you, ladies, for interviewing for us, for sure, for the Grizzly Talk Podcast, and you'll hope to have that. Now, I like to do shout-outs, maybe. I don't know if School of Education got an Instagram page or not yet, but if you like to shout out your friends, family, let it all out. It's your show.
Shout out to Dr. S, the supervisor for Kappa Delta Pi, the Honor Society for the Education Program. She's amazing. And our interim dean, I said that she's working the chili do, so shout out to her too.
Shout out to some of my classmates, Julia Sunny, who's also an early childhood education major, JT Witcher, who is the president of the Kappa Delta Pi for the education program. Shout out to you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies, so much. That was the School of Education, for sure.
People walking around with rocks.
Yeah,
No, you're fine, Doctor.
That's our president.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an honor.
President Georgia.
this is our Kindness Rocket Project.
No, just the podcast, Dr. Joseph.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
We just
Honor.
So yeah, people get to pick whatever rock they like, and then we get to decorate it how we like.
Alrighty.
We got some paper.
I'm going to move on to the next tent here.
All right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Yes. The School of Transitional Students, of course, is here. Hey, how are you? I'm getting the chords wrapped up here. And the next is the AEC Advising Center. That tent is so important. We have that center to help students out with papers, exams. I will go back and do their interview if I can. This is my school, the School of Business. Hey, how are you?
Hey,
What's going on, Malik?
Doing good. How you doing, man?
Good. So, I started RSO, Grizzly Talk Podcast. We're recording a hour spectacular of Grizzly Fest.
That's awesome.
So I want to see if I can get some interviews. If not,
Yeah, that's totally cool.
okay, absolutely.
Represent us well.
So,
Oh, are you
No. This is recording, so we're not live.
Okay. Also, the Alumni Association. Would you mind interviewing?
I wouldn't mind. I'm going all around.
Okay.
All around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am excited about this tent because this is my school of business, the School of Business. Most students know I am a business major. So we have Malik Cooper here, a good friend of mine. Of course, I'll let him introduce himself. I kind of introduced him a little bit for the 1 hour spectacular. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Malik Cooper. I'm a senior here at GTC, management major. End goal-wise, the ambition is to work for Google and change the world and help people with my inventions.
Absolutely. So, School of Business. This is the second this Grizzly Fest been around, but of course the second annual chili cook-off. What's the environment like this year? You know, I hear singers. I see the bubbles. I see some athletics. I see some tents. What's the environment like?
We got a lot of really awesome stuff today. You know, we got games right here. We got food. We got a lot of events. We got a festival type stuff. So I think it's a lot of people having fun. A lot of people are just kind of enjoying themselves. So I think it's really chill.
Absolutely. So as I mentioned before, the second chili cook-off. What do you expect from that chili cook-off? Of course, we got deans. I heard the president, Dr. Joseph, is going to be in this chili cook-off. What's the expectations for the chili cook-off?
This is actually my first time with seeing the whole chili cook-off. I did hear the president's going to do it and the dean of our business school is going to do it. So I'm actually excited to see how it is. And I'm always down to eat and I'm excited for it. To see everything.
I'm super excited for sure for the chili cook-off. You guys got an amazing tent. Tell us what's going on with the spin wheel here.
Okay,
different kind of candies.
Yeah. So right here we have a wheel that has all the different kind of candies. A spin wheel. We got trivia. We got common interview questions to help people with the interviewing process. We have example resumes to help people with that. So. Because I feel like that's something we all need as college students is resume help, interview help, and sometimes our schedules are busy and we may not have the time to do that during the week. So they can kind of stop by and come talk to us and get help on that right here.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, they have. I like this spin wheel. You got Skittles, Starbucks, Lifesavers, my favorite, M&M's, Reese's, and it's a beautiful color too. So you say you have questions here on this forum.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to answer one of them?
Sure, I can answer one.
Okay.
Okay.
Which one? Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What year was when it kind of created?
Oh my goodness. 18.
You're actually really close.
18.
You almost got it. I believe in you.
50.
A little bit lower.
A little bit lower. 40.
You're in the right century. So it's
1840.
Almost.
44?
1818.
1818.
So you
I
really
need to be
close.
way low.
Actually, you were you're actually really close. Of the people who came, you're actually one of the first people who actually got right in the first in the right century on the first track. Because a lot of people were 19 something, 17 something, 16 something. You were
2019.
Someone said 2005, and you were 18. Wow. I was oh, is he gonna say he may do it? He may do it.
I can see 2005. I think someone was thinking about the school when the school was founded and origin and built. But yeah, that's really close. Got the numbers there. Again, y'all, the School of Business. I praise them because this is our School of Business. It's amazing. Thank you, Malik, for being in that podcast for sure.
Oh, no
I'll let you know when it hits out. I gotta edit it, of course, but we'll have it out. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much. There you are. So Grizzly Talk Podcast, check us out there. Spotify, iTunes, iHeart, wherever you like. All right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So I got to make my round, but good catching up with you.
Same, man.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Hey, how are you? Yeah, good. Oh. All right, that was the School of Business, y'all. We're going to move on to an article we just did on past Thursday. This is the Grizzly percussion. What's going on? They drove it up, y'all. A lot more instruments, too.
Who wants to play bell? Anybody? Play bell?
Sure, I'll give it a shot. Yo, we about to play. Oh, okay. Jamming out here.
Very simple like this. da, baby. One. Not so loud. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's you. A little more. A little more.
Shout out Grizzly Talk Podcast for showing some love. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thank you so much. Got to make our rounds, but we'll be coming back for you guys. You guys are still performing on stage?
Absolutely, 12:55.
12:55. I'll be back. Got to make some rounds here. That was Grizzly Percussion, y'all. We'll catch back with them later on when they're on the stage. That's going to be so exciting when Grizzly Percussion do their thing. Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Good. We're doing a podcast, first ever GTP podcast called Grizzly Talk Podcast.
Yeah.
We're doing a 1 hour spectacular, and I'm going around trying to interview students and teachers with their tents. Would you mind if I interview you, sir?
Sure.
Alrighty, we're here at the School of Liberal Arts. Tell us about, tell us your name, of course, and kind of tell us about the environment of Grizzly Fest.
Okay, my name is Michael Lukowitz. Obviously, still pretty early. We're seeing some people wander in and take part in activities. Hopefully, as the event goes on, we'll get more people, and hopefully the weather will improve a little bit, although I don't think so.
Yes, I'm seeing the skies, and it might be a little cloudy, but we're still being festive here on Grizzly Fest.
But as you can tell, a lot of different activities. In fact, what we're doing here is I am Associate Professor of Political Science, and we're doing a straw poll for the 2020 election. And so we're just going to get a sense of the temperature of the GTC population, who they would like to see win each of the Democratic and the Republican primaries. That's an activity that our disciplines come up with.
Right.
In fact, if you want to take part in that, you're welcome to.
Yeah, absolutely. I might come back and take a look at that for sure. The goggles, what are these here for?
I'd ask these. I think it's psychology that came up with that.
Okay.
That's their activity.
Yeah, absolutely. I noticed that the 10. Hey, sir, how are you? I'll do this off record real quick. My name is Kennedy Patterson, the host of Grizzly Talk Podcast, the first ever podcast show. And I'm trying to go to every 10 you interview, and I want to see if I can interview you.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna. No, that's fine because I'm gonna increase the volume and do my thing there. So I see the goggles here. What are the goggles here?
So these goggles simulate all sorts of visual conditions, from diabetic retinopathy to macular degeneration to just acute vision loss to tunnel vision.
Wow.
So these are meant to simulate things that can happen to your eyes, especially as you age or sometimes as you get certain medical conditions like diabetes. Like diabetic retinopathy is the leading cause of blindness for people aged 20 to 74.
Absolutely. That's really amazing. There's a lot of science that goes into that too. And you're helping educating students about this kind of topic for sure. We have, of course, the chili cook-off. What are you most excited about the chili cook-off?
Sampling all the chilies. Hopefully there's one that's pretty spicy. I think I was here last year, and I don't really remember a spicy one, but I want one that makes me need water or that makes me breathe fire. That would be cool. But I'm also looking forward to giving feedback on the chili and telling people which chili I like and which can be improved for next year as an expert in chili.
Yeah, absolutely. I heard Dr. Joseph, our president of the school, will be participating in the chili cook-off. I can't wait for the chili cook-off. Thank you again for letting me interview you, of course, for the podcast. 1 hour spectacular. Thank you so much. Thank you. You too. So we're about 34 minutes in, give or take. And we're still making our rounds for the tents, of course. Psychology. That's who I just interviewed for tent 11. Very, very amazing. So we're moving on to the next tent for sure. Now, this tent here is something kind of special. The reason why I say this tent is special is because it's the GTC Athletics. We have a couple of softball players here today on tent number 9. Hey, what's going on? No, you're fine. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, this tent is very special to me because this is the GTC Athletics. You guys know I've been with athletics for 4 years now. So we have the wonderful Piper Wagner here, pitcher for softball, and we're here at Grizzly Fest. Piper, tell us about your tent, of course, what makes your tent super special in my eyes as well, and also tell us about the festivities of Grizzly Fest.
Our tent, we have a photo booth with all of our athletic gear, and I think it's pretty special because it allows us to interact with the community and have them be a chance to be a Grizzly for a day.
Absolutely. Again, softball is here. I'll go ahead and ask questions about softball in spring semester because we're actually, spoiler alert for you Grizzly fans, we're doing a spin-off podcast with you guys featured in it. What are the I don't want to, well, I guess I'll ask expectations for next year. You know, you've got 4 seniors that graduated and that we all know and love. They're gone and graduated. And now I see a lot of new faces when you guys practice. And I do see you guys practice. When I park and walk, I see you guys do your thing. So what's the expectation like for spring of 2020?
I think our expectations is setting the bar pretty high. I mean, we do have 7 full new freshmen. Wow. So that's almost half of our team, considering we only have 19 people. So it's still getting time to get to know everybody and practice and be well-rounded for the spring.
Absolutely. You hear it, folks. 7 new softball players. That's amazing. Fresh new faces. Of course, I do see you guys have some games here. I've seen these games before for part of the marketing strategy for GTC Athletics. Tell me a little bit more about bubble soccer over there.
It's dangerous.
It's
I will say that. It is dangerous. It is pretty fun if you like to run around and hit people and play soccer. It is kind of hard to see the ball through the plastic, but it's still fun play.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is the 2nd annual chili cook-off. Now, what are your expectations for that chili cook-off? There's deans, there's students, and also I heard Dr. Joseph, our president, will be participating in the chili cook-off.
I'm personally not big on chili, but I would hope that the president would come out on top because she seems like she knows how to cook.
Yes. I've seen her walking around too. Come on down again for GTC softball. It starts spring. Of course, spoiler alert again, another podcast will be coming out for the Grizzly Talk Podcast for softball, a special edition. Might be around March when the alumni game comes out. That's going to be exciting because I'll be there and I'll be doing podcasting and interviewing alumni and current students to help get the word out there. If you guys haven't seen it, ladies and gentlemen, of course, this Wednesday at 7 is the men's soccer match. I would request you guys come on out to that game. And next Saturday will be the women's home game match. Of course, I'll do more plugs later in later podcasts, but please come on out to the Grizzly Athletics. They would love your support and watch these men and women play for sure. So there you have it. So we're going to move on to the next 10. Of course, that was Grizzly Athletics. It's amazing to see them do their things for sure. They've got cornhole and, of course, bubble soccer. We're going to move on to the next tent. The next tent indeed. We're about 40 minutes in for the podcast. This is the Alumni Association. I'm going to try to see if I can get an interview with them as well. Fellow alumni students, for sure. That's fine. We're going to wait on that. Of course, GTC alumni. We've got about 2 more tents to go, and then we'll head to the big tent of the chili cook-off. The chili cook-off is going to be amazing. I'm so excited about the things they do here on the chili cook-off. It's very festive here. Very, very festive indeed. Hey, sir, how are you?
You need a radio station, bro. WGGC started.
Well, we started a podcast.
Okay.
Felicia is another student that's starting a radio station.
Really?
And we're gonna collab together.
Let me know if y'all need help.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do. We'll do.
What's your name?
My name is Kennedy. I think we met before, but very briefly. Yes.
All right.
Yes. I'd be like that at work. So we're doing. This is the first ever podcast. It's called Grizzly Talk Podcast. So it premieres on Spotify, iTunes, iHeart Radio.
Tell her we need WGGC.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Get that call signed before somebody else takes it.
Yeah. I know. I know. Before someone's like, oh, we're gonna take it.
President Kennedy would be proud.
Yes. So we're doing an hour spectacular. I'm walking around and interviewing students, faculty. We're getting ready to do some alumni interviews there.
So this would be a perfect candidate for you.
She's like, oh.
Hey, let me know if you need help.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to get all the alumni here. They're like scattered out. But
I understand. Everyone's working, everyone's doing their thing. We got something else going on, and most definitely, something's going on the lawn, y'all. I can't really make out what it is yet. Oh, this is the student dance. Would you mind if I come back real quick? All right. So I'm going to go over here. This is the Student Dance Association. They're getting ready to do their thing here. And I'll kind of step back. So they're doing their thing, y'all. I'm going to try to see if I can get an interview afterwards. They're doing their thing here. Very festive. They're really doing it, y'all. They're dancing off. And they're doing some things here. It's really amazing. Oh, that's my favorite song, y'all. And I can't sweep you off of your feet. That's for sure, y'all. Student Dance Association. Get out the way here. People taking pictures for sure. They're really showing their craft and their art. And it really is amazing to see them do their thing. And
darling, I will be loving you.
There's so much art.
Till we're 70. And baby, my heart is still for us. Heart at 23. I'm thinking about.
Now, if you're just tuning in now, this is the Grizzly Fest. Grizzly Fest. Grizzly Talk Podcast 1 hour spectacular. And we are on the GTC lawn right now. And we're watching the Student Dance Association expressing their art and their love for dance. And it's really, really amazing to see the men and women that's a part of this grand RSO. Oh, now they're, okay. Oh, this is my favorite song. I love this song. For sure. Wow. It's very, very much artsy. For sure. Expressing their art for sure, y'all. And this, you just have to see it to believe it. Unfortunately, GTP won't be doing won't be having any video content, but it is amazing. I'm gonna try to see if I can get word from Student Dance Association. I think Karima is the president.
Here for the Grizzly Dance Association. All dances were choreographed by the club executives, Karima, Libby, and Riley, the founding president, vice president, and secretary of the association. They're also having a So You Think You Can Dance event Coming up on October 24th,
I'm going to see if I can get word from
if you're interested in joining the
Student
Grizzly
Dance
Dance Association, they meet every Friday from 10:30 to 11:30 in the studio room in the gym.
I'm going to see if I can do that.
All right, we are 5 minutes out from the
5
chili.
minutes
You
out.
have to head to the big white tent and vote for your favorite chili by the Deans and Dr. Joseph. Make sure you register at check-in on either side of the library, and you can buy your tokens for votes. Green tokens are $1, white tokens are $5, silver are $10. Again, all proceeds go to the GGC fund. And also make sure if you're a student on the lawn, go to the check-in and get one of your wristbands.
So we're here now, Student Dance Association, Karima being the president. We just watched you guys perform your art, and I just wanted to get your word on how did it feel to perform on this spectacular of Grizzly Fest.
GGC Athletics and the
So yeah, I'm the
bookstore.
president,
So
and I
be
think
sure
it's
you
a
check in and then head to the white
for
tent.
a few weeks now for this event. And you know, it was just really interesting, fun, and it was great to have the whole GC community, alumni, and faculty be able to watch.
What's that environment like, not only to perform Grizzly Fest, but to see all of your peers, all of your faculty members, teachers gather together on a beautiful day? I would say most people say it's cloudy, but it's a beautiful day.
So beautiful.
What's that? Were you nervous trying to get it together and get ready to dance here today?
Honestly, not really, because honestly, if anything were to go wrong, we would have been, we would have made it our own, if that makes sense. Everyone that's dancing here, part of it is very passionate about dance and expressing themselves, and we just wanted to show that and share that with the GC community.
Absolutely. Now, again, the last question is, this is the second chili cook-off. What are you are excited about that chili cook-off? You're seeing the deans and the students, and I heard even the president, Dr. Joseph, will be participating in the chili cook-off. What is your expectations like with the tastes and feels of the chili?
I expect some very, a huge variety of different tastes, and I don't know, I'm pretty excited to try it and see who wins.
Absolutely. Now, we're going to come back with you, of course, with the Grizzly Talk Podcast. We'll have a special podcast for you guys later on. But check them out. Do you have Instagram, of course?
Yes.
You want to shout out your Instagram, your friends, family, your members, of course?
Yeah. So our Instagram Student Dance Association is GGC Dance or GC Dance. And yeah, we would love it if you followed us. We have our pictures, videos, events. If you want to see what our class days look like and a typical day of what we do, definitely follow us.
Absolutely. Check them out on their Instagram. I see them posting, they're practicing these dances, and again, it's expressing their craft. Thank you, Karima, for being in it. Have a good one. Of course, that was Student Dance Association for sure. It's expressing their craft, and we got word on the Grizzly Fest, Grizzly Talk Podcast, 1 hour spectacular. It really rolls off the tongue, y'all. 1 hour spectacular. It does. So we're going to move on back to the alumni tent that we were trying to get, for sure. Bubble soccer is still going on as part of Grizzly Fest. We're going to try again for our alumni table before we head to this chili cook-off. Bubble soccer is underway. Then we're going to head back on to the GGC alumni table. See what's going on with that.
You gonna introduce some alumni?
Yes.
Yeah. One of our representatives here would like to hear about you.
That one.
Yeah. Pretend you have to
Go for it, girl.
Hey, no.
Yo,
You have to pretend you're on a game show.
Thank you, I appreciate
Ladies
that.
and gentlemen, we have Elise Dillard.
Yeah.
Did you want to be on it too, Nate?
No.
Oh, okay.
See, that's what
I'm
you
not
create
alone,
a radio
you guys
show.
are.
You create the set and the
Yeah.
chairs. It's like the Merv Griffin show.
Yeah, man.
So again, the Alumni Association for sure. This is a great, vital, important part of GGC because it's expressing alumni. People that's coming back to GGC. What's the environment like for a Grizzly Fest for you guys here? What do you feel out here tonight? Today on Grizzly Fest.
I feel a lot of positive energy out here. I mean, I love seeing people bringing their children and their families, and so I see kids playing out in the yard, and it's just amazing. Different organizations here on campus are here, and so it's great to be able to meet other students and to see such amazing, go-getters here at GTC, and yeah, it's just been amazing. There's a lot of positive energy around, so it's nice. Great music, food, everything. The chili cook-off,
You mentioned the chili cook-off. This is what I hear, the second annual chili cook-off. Now, you have professors, deans, students, and also I heard that Dr. Joseph might be participating in the chili cook-off. What is your expectations for that chili cook-off?
Well, if it's anything like it's been in the past, the chili is amazing. So it's definitely going to be worth participating and tasting. But yeah, everyone does a great job when it comes to cooking. And it's really nice to be able to meet other faculty and staff, and even see your former dean as from an alumni perspective, and even other students be able to see their deans being active and involved in cooking. So that's nice.
That's very, very nice. Now, the last question again. Of course, we're all on social media. Does the Alumni Association, do you guys have social media like Instagram? If so, you can shout that out. And if you want to give any shout outs to further alumni, family, friends.
Yeah, so actually, the Alumni Association, we are on Facebook at GGC Alumni Association, and then we're also on Twitter and Instagram at GGC Alumni. So I encourage you guys to follow, even if you are a student who's listening and you're not quite an alumni quite yet. I encourage you to follow, because this is going to be your way to continue to get plugged in. There's great networking opportunities, and we actually do have different events where students can participate. So it's a great opportunity for you to get plugged in with the Alumni Association and be able to establish that network before you graduate. But yeah, those are the different social networks that we have, and you can always feel free if you go to Network GGC. A lot of us in the Alumni Association are part of that as well. So if you see someone who's in your ideal industry that you'd like to connect with, we're more than happy to meet with you, over a cup of coffee, and really just, show you our insight that we have in the industry that could help you for your career after you graduate.
Absolutely. Again, that's the Alumni Association. I can't wait to be a part of that as soon as I walk across the stage about next year. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. And that's good. Thank you so much.
Hey, Kennedy would have a good ring to it on the alumni board.
Yes. One day, soon.
You run for office one day.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do you want to interview any other alums?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anybody?
That one. He said he wanted to do it.
Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have Jonathan Flores on the
Yeah, Jonathan Flores.
Hi. Oh, are we on now?
Yeah, we're on. Okay. We're not live though. We're recording now, and then I gotta edit.
Right.
So of course, it's Grizzly Fest. Tell us, what's the environment like today? Of course, you have your faculty, your students, and your even kids are here. What's that environment like for sure?
Yeah, it's definitely like family, and coming back after graduating a couple years ago is awesome. Seeing familiar faces, some faces that are gonna be walking across the stage soon. Seeing professors, it's great. It really is a pretty tight-knit community because you recognize pretty much everyone. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, of course, this is the second annual Chili Fest. And, you got faculty, you got deans participating, and I even heard Dr. Joseph will be participating in the Chili Cook-Off. What is your expectations? What do you hope to see in the Chili Cook-Off in the next 2 minutes?
Well, honestly, I expect to see the School of Science and Technology win the cook-off, but besides that, I expect to see Dr. Joseph down there, taking the lead, getting the first chili bowl, and showing us how it's done. So she's pretty involved. I've seen her a couple of times already, and she just started, but she's made a point that she wants to be involved and be at every event. So that's really awesome of her.
Absolutely. I hear the announcement that the chili cook-off is on. Before we let you go, Jonathan, I'd like to do shout-outs for sure. You can shout out your friends, families, further other alumni. Any shout-outs you got?
Yeah, shout-out to my wife, Michelle. She's another GGC alum.
Oh, wow. College sweethearts.
Yeah, she got her biology degree in 2016. Shout-out to Whitley. Whitley Ramirez, another GGC alum. There's a lot, but yeah, those two right there.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jonathan.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
What is your chili?
So, they got calligraphy. I'm going to come back to that because the Chili Fest is on. So, I kind of want to go over to the Chili Cook-Off for sure. Got craft. Hey, how are you? 10-3, that's crafts. They got a lot of cool crafts too. I think there's some caricature art going on. And I'm just gonna kind of graze over here. I don't want to be in the way of the chili cook-off. So I'll let the announcements roll. Ladies and gentlemen, it smells so scrumptious over here. I'm smelling all different types of spices and chili and sauces, for sure. I'm just walking around for sure. Trying to see if I can interview somebody who's making a chili. For sure. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said again, you have deans, you have professors, you have students. For sure. And it smells so good. I can only tell you guys about it. I can't really show you. I can't really bring the smell to you. But it smells amazing. So I'm just trying to figure out who can I interview. Yes, sir. I'm going to see if I can interview. Hey, sir, how are you? Good. My name's Kennedy Patterson. I'm the host of Grizzly Talk Podcast. We're filming we're recording a spectacular for Grizzly Fest. Want to see if I can interview you for your chili? Sure. Absolutely. So we've got Dr. Slope here. Tell us about your chili, sir.
It's got all your basic food groups. It's got beer, it's got bacon, and it's got hamburger. What else do you need to know?
Yeah, that's simple. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, the Chili Fest is on. What is the expectation like for Grizzly Fest? How excited were you when you made your chili, sir?
Thank you. So, I love to cook because I'm a chemist, and cooking is chemistry, so right at home.
Right, absolutely. So again, you said you have hamburger. What was it?
Got some bacon in there. There's the ingredients. It's got onion, garlic, ground beef, chili powder, cumin, some spices, cayenne pepper, and beer.
Okay, absolutely. This is a fantastic ingredient. I think this is the first time I heard beer being a part of the chili, but that's amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to move on to the next set. Hello, good. I want to see if I can interview you about your chili, if that's possible. Yes, ma'am. So my name's Kennedy Patterson, Grizzly Talk Podcast. We're doing a 1 hour spectacular. So we've got, of course, the Dean of Library, Barbara Mann. Of course, she's amazing in the Library of Kaufman Library. Tell us, what's the expectation like when you were making your chili? How excited were you?
Well, this is my first year being in it, and so I appreciate it. I'm not much of a cook, but this is my grandson's from his Boy Scout troop. When I make it in crock pot at home, it's delicious. I love it, especially on a cold winter's day. It's really great. It's got the chicken and black beans and ranch dressing, corn and chili powder, spices, and just put some cheese on top. But crock pot with the go and stir it up. The chicken's on the bottom. It's delicious.
Okay, absolutely. Check again. The Chili Fest is on, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Barbara Mann. Of course, that was the library.
We say the same, we say it in land because we don't make no pretending. It's just all business, and we all winning. Summertime, single car, then we walk different, yeah. They gon' hate us cause we, yeah, what? I might have I say 10 toes and set my cake up, yeah. And I see that you're ready to be choosing.
Hey, sir, how are you? Good. My name's Kennedy Patterson. I'm the host of Grizzly Talk Podcast. We're doing a podcast. I want to see if I can interview you about your chili.
Okay.
Alrighty. So we're here.
Do a picture when you can.
Okay.
What did you say?
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to know your excitement about making your chili.
Very excited. Yeah, we've been the winner for the last 2 years. Hopefully we'll win. Yeah, this time is Southwestern beef. Hope you like it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it's really good.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that chili is I'm gonna get out the way here. They're getting ready to do a group picture. Picture time. Hey, what's going on? Good, good. Is this like free to get? What a rich? Oh, I don't have one. Strawberry lemonade if possible? Thank you. Arch.
Next up, on stage, I'm bringing to the, I think Grinnell's College very own, Swaggy.
What's up with it?
See if you can find her song, Truth.
I go by the name of Rich Kid Swag, for sure you can call me. Appreciate it. Come on. I never get hyped.
So they got some artists here. We're gonna go over here to this.
They like to hear it. I see people doing so corny, 10 toes. That was so long ago, I gotta change the flow. I wanna take a ride, but I gotta move slow. Cause I don't wanna fall flat on my face no more. I don't wanna go back to the old days. Cause when I sleep, I have dreams on always. I used to be bullied when I was younger, yeah, the words of resentment seem to make me stronger. Hold up, I feel like I'm wiser and older. Though my toughest times still aren't over. I feel like I'm getting much older, but my generation is getting much colder. Oh, anything they will fight to kill. Something so fake will seem very real. One here wonder what a loss in the bill. To few kids that they look at it as a thrill. This is really how y'all want your kids to feel.
How you feel when you tell me how you feel?
This is really how y'all want your kids to feel. I mean, that at all.
Yeah.
This is really how y'all want your kids to feel.
What?
This is really how y'all want your kids to feel. You should try again. Your credit where it's due. We all made mistakes, yeah, I'm just telling you the truth. There's no need to lie. There's no need to cry. I don't wish nobody dead, but then they got me looking. It's all hard to live your life. Make every day count. Do something brave and let it a big shout. Don't wanna see you sad. I don't wanna see you pout. And that's what it was about. Life isn't fair. Favor isn't too. I feel like money isn't the only point of view. I feel like I'm rich and shiny on the beat. I'm not the best as you can see, but keep the fortune close to me. I feel that I have to keep. I feel it was made for me. I feel I need to study more. And I'm not rich, but I'm not poor. I'm middle class, but African. They say love, but I'm back again. Hater don't disturb me, cause flexing will never hurt me. I welcome to your loneliness, you will never desert me. I feel kids should have a voice. We need options in the truth. Politics, baby, I hope we can write it all down on and over. Not a song, but a piece of paper. The kids that some of the website data. We have fans if you don't have haters. Tell us to fight on the other ladies. I want to start, but I'm not a waiter. I own games, I'm not a player. They want money, they want favors. But I come to you later. Period.
Make some love for Swaggy. Georgia Grinnell's College very own.
Alrighty, y'all. That was amazing. Because the reason why I say that was amazing is simply because they're expressing art. And that was expressing art.
Say, make some noise real quick. I see you, man, Scott.
A lot of people.
All right, so next on stage we're bringing another princess of third LP.
They're bringing up some culture, and that is
performing her single "Eat
amazing.
It Up."
For sure.
How y'all doing? I see y'all. Come join the party. Y'all just got out of class. Come join the party. All right, go ahead and jump.
Someone mentioned class.
So like you said, I go by the name of Josie. If y'all have haters out there that stay
For sure. Of course, you guys never gonna believe who's here. It's General Grizzly. General Grizzly is here at Grizzly Fest. The 1 hour spectacular. General Grizzly is here. It's here.
They always want to hate on you.
Gentlemen, I think that is all we have for the podcast show here today. We ran a good hour, the hour spectacular. I've talked with so many deans, so many professors, so many students, and it's amazing, y'all. Grizzly Fest is one of those things where you just had to come out and participate. Now the party's gonna keep rolling. The party's gonna keep rolling. And we'll get some things rolling for sure. It's one of those things where it's very impactful. I interviewed so many students as part of Grizzly Fest. Like I do say, it is a beautiful day. Beautiful day indeed for the podcast. You guys been amazing. And this is one of the events you just had to come out to. There's so many students, so many faculty, so many kids. It's really cool to see the kids be on college campus and playing with other kids for Grizzly Fest. It's like a huge festival for sure. And it's just one of those things. We've got General Grizzly here on Grizzly Fest. They got performers, singers, artists, rappers. And I do like the artists of Grizzly Fest. I really like that part the most because, you know, it's students that are expressing their craft, their art. And many people may not know about it, but you know, I do music myself, so I know a little bit about it. And it's expressing some culture for sure for the podcast. We taste some tremendous, awesome chili. So we're gonna stick around and see what else we've got going on for the tents, for sure. We've got, for sure. And people are expressing their craft and doing their thing. And those really is what we're about in the Grizzly family. We got tents all around and people enjoying some joyous chili. Chili that has a hint of beer in it. I've never heard that or seen that before, so that's crazy amazing. For sure. Got the wonderful GGCPD here as well. Then I got a trio over there for the artist. It is so amazing.
Oh my god, I didn't even wear polka dots today.
So I'm going to try to see if I can get some video content for you guys. For sure. It's a trio for sure. So amazing. We're over the hour mark, but that's okay. It's amazing. They're expressing their arts for sure. For sure. That's a chili that you would want to have for sure. Chili token. I'll let you guys know about the success of the chili cook-off to see who wins. For sure. For sure. So it's just it's gonna be really amazing to see that too. But it's going to be amazing for sure. But like I say, students of GGC, I interviewed a lot of students, a lot of people, a lot of faculty within their chili. And it's going to be amazing to see the growth of Grizzly Fest throughout the day. I'm going to try to do some video content for you guys as well. Just get into a high ground where I can find you guys so I can wrap up the podcast for sure, but we're going to head back out there and do some video content for GTP for sure. It's like a party out here. I love it.
We will be drawing those later. So once again, purchase your chili
Alright, so we're actually inside. Had to find a breather, find some space to record. And to the bottom of my heart, Grizzly fans, I want to thank every last one of you, every last student who made this podcast RSO possible. That 1 hour spectacular has been spectacular. It's been a real good thing for everyone to come out and join together and come out and join Grizzly Fest and to really enjoy themselves for what is a great school, of course, but a great environment. And I want to thank everyone out there for allowing me to host, of course, the Grizzly Talk Podcast 1 hour spectacular about Grizzly Fest. So I'm going to head back out there and try to get some video content for our Instagram page. You can follow us there now, Grizzly_Talk. Again, that's Grizzly_Talk. And it's going to be amazing to see the growth of that. And I want to thank every one of you guys that came out to Grizzly Fest and interview. You know who you are if you're listening. Thank you for being interviewed for the 1 hour spectacular. And we will see you guys in the next podcast. Till then, I'm your host, Kennedy Patterson. See you then.